Hey y'all, my name is Crystal and welcome back to my channel. From the title, you already know we're going to do a video on living in the projects. So let's get started. This is not going to be your typical video that you've seen plaguing YouTube. This is going to be the perspective of something else. So, for those of you that kind of tuned into some of my videos, you know I have videos, some of my videos are on something called the sweet spot of life. No, I don't live in a projects. And yes, it was kind of clickbaity ish, but for the right reasons. Because as I'm watching these videos, I'm starting to get and this is no judgment, okay? I'm starting to understand that I think with a lot of these videos, it's not, I know people are standing in their truth, but there can be some truth with pride. And I think that is what's missing a lot in these videos now. So everyone has a different walk of life, okay? I grew up in, I would say, a middle class neighborhood and area. Some what people will call it upper middle class, more than lower middle class. I didn't grow up with no struggles. My parents did well for themselves, and we pretty much had everything we wanted and we needed. We wasn't no royals like those rich spoiled brats. None of that. We weren't rich, okay. But as I grew up and as I'm growing up, once I started venturing out on my own, there was an apartment that I did live that was in the projects. Actually, I would say about two of them, but that's something that I would never do again. But I also know that on in social media nowadays, it's like we almost kind of make it a love story versus I feel like it should be more, let's put some pride behind it. You can't help your situation. Some people can help the situation. Maybe they make bad choices, but that's not this type of video. But what you can do, whatever situation that you're in, whether you're trying to get out of it, whether you're in that situation, we can put some pride behind it. My video, The Sweet Spot of Life, is not just about your zip code or where you live. It's about the pride that we take in the things that we do have. And you'll see in my videos where I show a lot of things that you can do when it comes to cleaning. And it's not this big old expensive things where I'm telling you, go buy the most expensive things, this and that. There's cheaper ways. There's medium ways. And they are, you know, ways that you say, I got all this money in the world. I can spend what I want. But no matter what area you in, I feel like, and the reason why I'm speaking up is because I feel like it's a lot in my culture that, they put these things on the internet, they put these things online, they put these things on YouTube. And I believe, yes, it's their story, but more so I believe some is for clicks and views, but then the other side of it is some of it is mental health and just not having the community and just not having the right people around you to tell you there you could be in a certain space in life, but you also can be prideful. Not prideful, but have pride. That's what I'm trying to say. Have pride. So back when we were slavery time, and even, well, I would say after slavery time, when we had little as a black community, we still took pride in the way we looked, the way we dress, in our spaces. Whether it's our car, well, they didn't really have cars, but rather it was our they had smaller houses, or the way they dressed, their hair, like we got to get back to that, and we have to get off of this trend of um these videos being what makes us money, because honestly it feels like that people, just from my perspective and me looking at the comments, people are kind of watching these videos to make themselves feel better, or watching these videos to kind of like, well, at least I'm not in that situation. And I just don't want that for our people. I want to see more videos that no matter where you're in your space in life, that you have that pride in it. I know mental health is real. I know depression is real. I know anxiety is real. Believe me, I've been through depression and anxiety. But now that I'm on the upward part of it, I would not do my community justice if I don't start speaking up more about the things that I see in a non-judgmental way, because my thing is, you never know what somebody's going through, but you also can speak life into a person. You could speak life into a situation, and that's what this video is about. I understand that people have to make money, and I understand even if people are, have to make money, that you know, they got to do what they got to do. But I want to see our culture just take a little bit more pride in what we say, how we present ourselves, and everything like that. I'm not saying you have to have it all together. Clean your house and do that, but once you clean it, let that be the level that you're at and let it get better. Don't be like, okay, I'm gonna clean my house, and then the next video it's right back to being the same way that it was in the first video. Like, I had to check to make sure it's still going. Like, have your level, like if you're saying, okay, my house is dirty, fine. I mean, listen, we all going through stuff. But then I cleaned it. But then next, just keep growing and growing, even if that growing is 2%. Like, I want to see more of that type of, because I know we have it. We have it in us. We have it, we have been through so many challenges from, slavery to after slavery, where we haven't been treated, even to today in 2025, where things are not on the same level when it comes to other races that with us. Like, we don't get the same justice. We don't get the same whatever. But the things that we can control, I want to see more of that. And I know that, I'll get some kickback from this video because some people just won't get what I'm trying to say. But this is coming from the most purest place that you can imagine, to say, don't put yourself out there, or if you do, I won't say don't put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, but show that yes, I came from here, but I'm going up, 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 up. Don't put yourself in a place where it's like, I'm gonna go on a platform and give these people to keep on judging me and judging me and judging me and judging me. But what what you're trying to do. If you're trying to go like this, keep going like this, even if it's I went from 1% to 2% to 3% better to 4% better. But don't, try hard not to go back down, and go back up. I just want to, and let me give you some tips, because it wouldn't be productive if I just said what I said and be like, okay, bye. Let me give you some tips for those that are struggling, right? First tip, I see people on these videos that they find that their children are not helping them, or they get overwhelmed, right, with the children not helping them. For kitchen, for instance, if you have stuff that that your kids are not helping you with, right, and you feel like, what, I'm getting really overwhelmed, start eliminating stuff, okay? I see some of these videos where people, it's not necessarily that they don't have the space, or they can't be clean. It's because they have so much stuff that they can't keep it clean, right? So start eliminating stuff. Start eliminating stuff in your kitchen. Write down the necessities that you need. How many pots, how many pans, how many, whatever like that. Start doing paper cups and paper plates and paper forks. Well, not paper forks. That would be kind of, yeah, no, because I know I don't like those paper straws that they got. But plastic forks, if it's becoming overwhelming with the dishes, right? If you have kids, start making them help you clean, because you want to get better. A lot of people that I know that are in these type of situations, they don't ask their kids to help because they just are so overwhelmed. Them kids are there to help. I don't care what level they are in. You could get those kids to help clean up their stuff, even if it's clean up their stuff. Hey, once you get out off the table, make sure you take your trash off. Make sure you clean your area. Make sure you pick up your toys. Make sure you put away your game. Make sure you do what you do for your stuff. Even if it's that, make sure you pick up your towels. Make sure you pick up your rag. Make sure And then depending on their age, they can do more. You know, have set days. Even if you don't want to ask them every day, have your chore list. Have your chore graph. You know, if it comes to you're overwhelmed with cooking, depending on the age of your kids, find some, items that they can have. Put fruit in the house. Clean your fruit up, put it in the refrigerator so they have it like that. When it comes to, it's just so many things that you could do, right? And I know that you can do it. I just want to see people get better, right? And you can have a successful channel without having to put yourself out there to be judged and ridiculed. Now, some of you will say, "Well, I don't care. I don't." For the most part, that's pain talking. That's you know, I need it's pain, right? You don't have to care what other people think, but care about you. Care about how you carry it. Care about what you put out in the world. Care about what you want to be known for. Care about how you want people to respect you, how you want people to honor you, whether that's people in the world, your family, your friends, or anything like that. It was just heavy on my heart to do this video because I see it so much, and I just want better for the people that I see the videos. Okay. And like, again, this is no judgment. To me, another tip is, you do the best that you can with what you have, but you don't digress. You always progress. Never digress. Always progress. Okay. A lot of times I see people they can't afford gifts for their kids, for Christmas or birthdays. If you know that within the last 3 years that you're not able to afford these gifts and you really want to get gifts, I'm not saying these are for the people that really want to get gifts. Okay. Start now. Start now saving up money. Start now. Even if it's, say you have 3 kids, you break it down. Even if you say, I only got $5 to save per week, right? Or for each kid, 5, 10, 15 each week or every other week. Save that $15 per kid, right? I mean, $5 per kid. When you get to February, you have that budget. You may have, when you get your taxes, right? Take that and say, okay, I'm tax season. I'm gonna take $100 or $150 per kid. A lot of times in these situations that we are in or people are in, this is going to be harsh, but we put ourselves in those situations. Not all the times, but a lot of times. We put ourselves in those situations because we make split-second decisions. Let me give you an example. Me, for instance, right? I want a camera. Now, I want a camera for my YouTube channel because I think a lot of times with YouTube, they say start where you start, and I believe that, but you also should start what you start and then progress. Get better. Don't get worse. Get better, better, better. So I want a camera. Now I've been wanting this camera for like 2 years. And every time I save a little bit, I take it back because I'm like, oh, I'll just another. But in between, what I'm realizing is I spend a lot of money on food. That's just me, food and wine. I'm a wine girl, okay? Food and wine. So what I said is I'm going to start fighting some of them urges, right? So if I want a camera, so today I wanted to go down to this place that's downstairs in my apartment building. It's a restaurant down there, and I won't say it because there's some people may know where I live, and I don't want nobody to know where I live. But I wanted to go there. I said, I'm gonna go get me something to eat, and I'm gonna get me, a glass of wine or two, right? Just to get out, whatever like that. But I have food in the house. But I want this camera. What could I do? What do you think? What I did was I said, I'm not going to go get that food. I'm not going to get that glass of wine, but I'm going to say, all right, the glass of wine would have cost me $7 to $10. The meal that I wanted would have cost me $16. So that'll be $26. Let's round it up to 30, right? Plus a tip, right? Let's round it up to 30. I'm going to take that $30 and I am going to put it in my camera fund. So I'm going to take that $30, put it into my camera fund. So that's because I'm moving up. Stuff like that. If you're going out with your girlfriends, when you're trying to, have Christmas gifts, we can't worry about our birthdays. We can't worry about what everything because we're trying to get better. So for birthday, I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna say if it's I'm gonna spend $250 on my birthday. No, I'm gonna take that $250 and put it in savings, because when it's Christmas time, I want to have Christmas for my kids. I want to make Christmas big for our kids. Those type of things. We can do those things. I am living proof that I can get better and better and better. And it's hard. And some days I'm not happy. And some days I struggle, but it can be done. But I want us to just do that and then start taking pride in ourselves. Start taking pride in the things that we share. Start being like, what do I want to be known for at the end of the day? Rather I'm on YouTube, rather I have a job, rather whatever. What do I want to be known for? Okay. Now, I hope everyone who's listened to this has received it in the way it's intended. And I hope that this starts to open the conversation and open the direction for change for us to get better. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are blessed. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.